DeMar DeRozan is having one of, if not the biggest fluke seasons in NBA history. And I'm here to tell you how he is. DeMar DeRozan is having a subpar season. Now, for his standards, yes, he is having a great season. But I'm going to explain to you why DeMar DeRozan is the biggest fluke in the NBA this season. DeMar DeRozan has played countless games against ranked teams, top 10 teams in the NBA, and has underperformed in every single game besides playing the Utah Jazz. DeMar DeRozan has underperformed in every significant game this season besides the Utah Jazz game. DeMar DeRozan cannot play against good competition. He can't. It's proven. Now, come playoff time, I think this is going to be really evident to see. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan, so this hurts for me to say this. But I do not think DeMar DeRozan can do anything for the Chicago Bulls in the playoffs. He has sunk time in and time out this season. Yes, he had the two amazing buzzer beater game winners. Absolutely amazing. I loved every second of that. I was actually in the hospital while he hit those. Those will be memories in my brain for the rest of my life. But DeMar DeRozan, against good competition, is shooting terribly. Against the Boston Celtics this year, he has shot a career low 33% from the field and 23% from three-point line. Now, these stats might change with the next game that he plays against the Celtics, which is within the next week or two. So, these stats could change. My stats could be off because of that. But DeMar DeRozan against quality competition has not played well all season. It also comes to show in the ball movement for the Chicago Bulls. Every game that they're against a good team, DeMar DeRozan has 2 to 3 assists that game. DeMar DeRozan's playmaking against good teams is awful. It is awful. And that goes for the entire Chicago Bulls team. I think that these past couple weeks they've been really exposed. And I have the knowledge of watching every single game. I've watched every single game this year besides the Indiana Pacers game versus the Bulls where they lost by like 30. That's the only game I wasn't able to watch this year. So I have the privilege of watching this team. And I just have to say, I find DeMar DeRozan completely and utterly awful against good teams. Don't even get me started on the rest of the Bulls roster. Nikola Vucevic, that man, he is so inconsistent. It's hard to watch at times how inconsistent Vucevic really is. And I do think that plays in a little bit to DeMar DeRozan's performance. Because without Vooch playing good and being that third option, DeMar and LaVine have a huge chip on their shoulder to take these Bulls super far. And I personally don't think that DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine can do it. Not only in a whole entire playoffs to get them to the finals, but in a playoff series, depending on who they play, obviously. Playing a team like Miami, the Celtics, the Nets, any of these teams, I think the Bulls get destroyed early on. I really do. I think that it's a 4-0 sweep or a 5-game gentleman's sweep. I really don't think the Chicago Bulls can do well. Now, this could change with Lonzo Ball being added back to the roster. I think that he is a huge acquisition for the Bulls. And I believe that he is so underrated when it comes to impact on the team. Because since he's been gone, man, they have just been awful. And I'm not blaming it all on Lonzo's absence. I think that the Bulls are somewhat getting exposed. Teams are running the zone on the Bulls a lot more than they did earlier in the season. And it's really affecting them. DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, neither of them have been able to dissect the zone, which is crazy to me because Zach LaVine did a decent job at it last year. I know the Bulls were bad, but he did a way better job at dissecting the dissecting the zone than they are this year. I don't know what's going on with the Chicago Bulls. Every team that they've played has been running the zone, and nobody's hitting their shots. It's really hard to watch. A lot of that's because of DeMar DeRozan. He's playing isolation ball, which I know he's an ISO player. I get that, but to be a great player in the NBA, DeMar DeRozan needs to learn in these big games how to facilitate the ball and have ball movement. There has been little to no ball movement by this team these past couple weeks, and a lot of that, and I'm honestly going to contribute most of it to DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan has been terrible facilitating the ball. This season, I can't even tell you how many times I've seen DeMar DeRozan have 9+ assists, which I know is a crazy amount of assists, but when you're the primary ball handler, your job is to get your players involved. And DeMar DeRozan has been doing a subpar job of that this season. He's tried with Vucevic, and every player has tried with Vucevic, but they are having a subpar time getting everyone involved. I can't tell you how much isolation plays there are. I mean, it's gotten so bad to the point where Ayo Dosunmu, who I love Ayo, I think he's an upcoming star in this league, but Ayo Dosunmu is playing isolation ball, and that just should not be happening, especially on his rookie deal, rookie season. That should not be happening to a rookie player. Isolation plays, they're okay if they happen every once in a while, but man, they just cannot they cannot defeat the zone. They just isolate against it. Double teams, they're terrible at kicking it out, and most of it is because of DeMar DeRozan and getting into that paint area and that mid-range area. It's getting hard to watch, I'm not gonna lie. These last like 4 or 5 Bulls games that we've lost, I've had to turn off because it's a 20-point deficit in the fourth quarter, and it's just their effort is just shot. DeMar DeRozan is supposed to be the leader of the Chicago Bulls, and I don't feel like he's leading. I don't. They need a more vocal person to lead them to anything in the playoffs, and right now DeMar is not that. DeMar DeRozan needs to learn something from, say, Alex Caruso, who right now I think is the vocal leader of this team, and I don't think he can win a championship with Alex Caruso being the vocal point of, like, the focal leader of your team. You need your star to step up and to show you the effort and everything, and DeMar DeRozan is not doing that this season, and as a Bulls fan, it really hurts for me to see, and I'm just hoping the Bulls can turn it up in the second part of the end of the season, but I just don't see it happening. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you all liked, comment, and subscribed, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out, guys.